In the 13th century, the Konark Sun Temple, a celestial marvel, graced the northeastern shores of Puri, Odisha in India. King Narasimhadeva I from the illustrious Eastern Ganga dynasty bestowed this homage to the Hindu sun god Surya in the year 1250. The Brahma Purana mentions Konark as Konaditya, the most sacred place of Surya in whole Utkala. The name Konark, an amalgamation of Kona, corner or angle, and Arka, the sun in Sanskrit, evokes an air of mystery. This sanctuary earned the title Black Pagoda in the chronicles of European sailors, dating back to 1676, owing its resemblance to a tiered tower, dark and imposing. In synchrony, the Jagannath Temple in Puri was referred to as White Pagoda. Both temples guided sailors as vital landmark in the vast expanse of Bay of Bengal. Constructed in the year 1250 under the rule of Eastern Ganga King Narasimhadeva I, the Konark Sun Temple stands as an engineering marvel because of its Chief Architect Bishu Maharana, an expert in both science and architecture, who meticulously designed this extraordinary structure. His fusion of ferromagnetism with architectural brilliance captivated King Narasimhadeva, who promptly selected it over numerous designs submitted by renowned architects of the powerful Ganga dynasty. Over 12 years, a relentless endeavor involved 12,000 artisans, carving stones, constructing sand scaffolding, and intricately placing iron and magnets within the layers of stones. Various construction materials like special stones were transported from distant locations by ship and boat, navigating the sea and river roads. Bishu Maharana faced a formidable task, placing a diamagnetic substance precisely in the sanctum and positioning a 52-ton lodestone as a lifter magnet for the suspended magnetic statue of sun god. After expert struggles, Bishu's 12-year-old son Dharmapada, with an innate magnet knowledge, successfully solved the challenge. Using diamagnetic graphite blocks, capula or bismuth, and precise calculation, Dharmapada achieved flawless balance of the suspended sun god. The Sun Temple of Konark stood as the utmost revered deity of the Eastern Empire, basking in continuous worship for 3 centuries, until the ominous arrival of Kala Pahad, who shattered the sanctity of the Konark Temple. In 1565, the Afghani Sultan Suleiman Khan Karani faced a devastating defeat from the Hindu kings of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, led by Maharaja Rudnarayan of Bhurishrestha and Gajapati Mukundadeva of Kalinga. The key figure in this triumphant alliance was Rajiv Lochan Roy, a Kalinga commander known for his ruthless valor and unwavering loyalty to King Mukundadeva. Realizing that conquering Kalinga or Bhurishrestha was impossible with Rajiv Lochan in the picture, Suleiman Karani devised a cunning plan. He enticed Rajiv Lochan with his enchanting daughter Gulnaz. Rajiv Lochan, captivated by Gulnaz's beauty, fell deeply in love with her. Despite being scripted as a trap, Gulnaz genuinely reciprocated to his feelings. Rajiv was determined to marry Gulnaz and return to Kalinga. Suleiman Karani, however, imposed a condition. Rajiv Lochan, a Barendra Brahmin, must convert to Islam. Torn between love and loyalty, Rajiv faced a dilemma. Gulnaz, displaying remarkable ingenuity, proposed a solution. They agreed to a temporary conversion, with a mutual pact to revert to Hinduism after the union. Rajiv became Muhammad formally, marrying Gulnaz in an Islamic ceremony. The news about Rajiv Lochan being converted to Islam and marrying Gulnaz spread like a wildfire. Karani himself wanted the news to be spread. The Sultan knew Mukundadeva, an ardent Hindu, would never accept a convert as his commander. What he thought became true. Raja Mukundadeva severed all ties with Rajiv Lochan. However, in a crucial turn of events, Rajiv Lochan found himself unable to undergo a Hindu conversion. Maharaja Mukund Dev dismissed any prospect of reconversion, citing scriptural prohibitions. Rajiv Lochan stood motionless, his gaze fixed on Puri temple, overwhelmed with heartbreak. Rajiv Lochan returned to Sulaiman Karani as Muhammad Farmoli, swiftly becoming their chief, leading an Afghan army into all the temples of the region. This time, he no longer bore the identity of Rajiv Lochan or Muhammad Farmoli, but emerged as a possessed general of Karani Sultanate, adopting the ominous name Kala Pahad, the Black Mountain. He mercilessly slew all those he once called friends and acquaintances in Kalinga. The king, the queen, ministers, royal guards and priests. Without hesitation, he proceeded to demolish every temple in Kalinga. The Puri temple bore the brunt of his vengeance as Kala Pahad ransacked it with relentless fury. Even the vigrahas of the inner sanctum were not spared. Kala Pahad transformed into a dreadful monster, displaying unwavering loyalty to his newfound religion. Inside the sanctum of the revered Sun Temple of Konark, Kala Pahad stood amidst the most revered vigraha of his time. The converted Afghan and his soldiers, driven by madness, shattered 7 horses of the Jagmohana with a single frenzied cry. The ceiling of the dancing floor was forcefully pulled down, and the statues of lions and elephants were ruthlessly cut into pieces. The once magnificent temple complex now lay in ruins. Understanding the significance of Dharmapada's feat in levitating the sun god, Kala Pahad took action. He sliced the graphite blocks into pieces, causing the vigraha to spiral and collide forcefully with the lodestone embedded high in the sanctum ceiling. Desiring the diamond on the headgear, now stuck with magnetic vigraha to the large magnet about 200 feet above the base, he commanded, "Break the lodestone." His men ascended the sanctum and with determined force shattered the lodestone. The sun god vigraha, along with the debris, collapsed onto the floor. Only a fragment of Sun Temple's sanctum stood for a few centuries before it eventually collapsed. Following the removal of the idol, sun worship ceased in the Konark Temple, leading to the abandonment of pilgrimages. The port's closure due to pirates' attack hastened the city's decline. Once a vibrant center of sun worship and commerce, Konark succumbed to the encroaching forest over the years. In 1779, a Maratha sadhu moved the Arunakumbha to Puri Jagannath Temple, marking the final chapter in Konark's glory. The deserted temple site became a dense forest, buried in sand, frequented by wildlife, and rumored to be a haunt for pirates, instilling fear in local residents even during daylight hours. Subsequently, Kala Pahad unleashed destruction upon major towns and religious sites in Kalinga region, including Hijli, Katak, Jaipur, Sambalpur, Kona, Ekamar Kshetra, and Puri. Kala Pahad, with a vengeful intent, sought to burn idols of Lord Jagannath Balabhadra and Goddess Subhadra. In one of his attacks on the temple at Puri, he succeeded in wrenching the idols from the temple, callously throwing them onto the street, kicking them around and eventually carting them to the banks of Hooghly River, where he set them ablaze. In a trail of devastation, Kala Pahad claimed hundreds of lives, converted thousands into embracing his newfound faith, and razed numerous temples. Kala Pahad's life, unfolding from his conversion to Islam, marriage, and relentless iconoclastic activities, stand as a dark chapter in the history of Bharat. Driven by selfish motives, he embraced Islam, only to later yearn to return to Hinduism, a wish denied by those who once revered him. His tale serves as a stark illustration of how religious, in its tumultuous complexities, can become dysfunctional to human society. In a fit of rage, Kala Pahad obliterated what was once dear to him, inadvertently dismantling the intricate science embedded in the magnificent Konark Sun Temple. Amidst the echoes of Ashoka's tales, Kalinga and Konark bear witness to the profound stories etched in their history, as a poignant reminder to the intricate dance between faith and destruction. Konark stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Kalinga, urging all to embark on a pilgrimage to witness its grandeur and unravel the tales it holds within.